What's the most bittersweet moment you've ever experienced? I watched my brother die while laughing at his own jokes. My brother Matt was the kind of guy who got kicked out of our high school assembly for doing armpit farts during the principal's speech. He never grew out of it. At 22, he was doing open mics at this dingy bar downtown. At 25, he was touring actual comedy clubs. At 28, they told him he had stage 4 pancreatic cancer and maybe 6 months left. I thought that would shut him up. It didn't. He showed up to his first chemo wearing a shirt that said, "I'm just here for the drugs," made the nurses laugh, made me want to scream. I wanted him to be real for once, to cry, to talk about what happens after, but he just kept going. Chemo's great for weight loss. Finally got that beach body. I'd sit in his apartment helping him sort through stuff and he'd make jokes about his funeral playlist. Put some Backstreet Boys on there. Really confuse people. Our family does Thanksgiving big. Like 30 people crammed into my parents' house big. Burnt sweet potatoes. Cousins fighting over the TV. My Uncle Jerry telling the same story about his fishing trip from 1987. That year nobody wanted to do it. Matt had been in the hospital twice that month. Could barely keep food down. Walked with a cane. Mom said we should cancel. Matt lost it. If you cancel Thanksgiving because of me, I'm gonna haunt this house so hard. I'm talking full poltergeist. So we did it. He showed up wearing a turkey hat. The cheap foam kind from Party City. He brought a karaoke machine he rented. My cousin Brandon asked if he was feeling okay. Never better. I'm like a fine wine, expensive and going bad fast. We ate. Matt couldn't finish half his plate, but he sat there the whole time making everyone laugh, doing impressions of our relatives, Uncle Jerry, our grandma, even our dad who was trying not to cry into his mashed potatoes. After dinner, Matt made everyone go to the living room, said he had a game. My mom looked worried, but he waved her off. He pulled out note cards. All right, jerks. Pop quiz about my life. Winner gets a mystery prize. Questions like, what did I name my goldfish in 3rd grade? And how many times did dad ground me in high school? My little cousin Amy guessed the goldfish. Butterscotch. Wrong. It was pancake. Matt thought that was hilarious even back then. I knew most of the answers. Spent my whole childhood following him around, cleaning up his messes, bailing him out when he got caught sneaking out. I won. Matt handed me a shoebox wrapped in newspaper. Don't open it yet. Wait till you miss me. I tried to laugh, but my throat felt like I swallowed sand. 2 weeks later, he was gone. Happened fast at the end. One day, he was texting me dumb memes. 3 days later, Mom called me at 6 a.m. I couldn't look at the box for 5 months. It sat on my closet shelf under my winter coats. My roommate Julie kept asking what was in it. I said I didn't know. I did know. It was the last thing he'd ever give me. And once I opened it, that was it. No more surprises from Matt. But one night, I got drunk on cheap wine and pulled it down. Inside was a USB drive, a letter on notebook paper, and a pack of gum. The letter said, I couldn't do the goodbye thing in person. Too sad. Also, I look terrible and I've got my pride, so I made you something. P.S. The gum's for you because your breath is trash. I wanted to laugh and throw up at the same time. I waited till Julie went to bed, plugged the drive into my laptop. It was a video. Matt on stage at some comedy club. He looked so sick, skinny, pale, but he was smiling. The whole set was about us growing up, about the time I accidentally set his homework on fire in 8th grade, about how I used to make him play Barbies with me and he'd make Ken do backflips off the dream house, about our dad teaching us to drive and Matt running over the mailbox. Then at the end, he got quiet. My sister's always gonna watch this someday, probably crying, definitely drunk. I was both. Zoe, you spent your whole life trying to fix my mistakes, but you were never a mistake. You were the best thing in my life besides pizza, and that's saying something. He paused, looked right at the camera. I know you wanted me to be serious at the end, to talk about death and feelings and all that, but that's not me. So here's what I'll say. I'll haunt you if you throw out my DVD collection. I'll haunt you if you don't finish college, and I'll haunt you if you forget to laugh. He smiled. See you later, nerd. Video ended. I sat there staring at the black screen for an hour. I laughed. I cried. I watched it 4 more times. His goodbye was a punchline, and I'd never heard anything more beautiful.